Okay. Breathing and exchange of gases. The remaining questions. Match the following column. Earthworm. In earthworm, moist cuticle is the respiratory organ. Aquatic arthropods. Aquatic arthropod gills. So A4, B3, 4, 3. So second option. Next one is mollusca. Mollusca also gills terrestrial organisms, lungs, insects, network of tubules known as trachea. So match the following. Next question. Among vertebrates, dash use gills. So fishes use gills, whereas reptile, birds and mammal respire through lungs. Through the lungs. Amphibian like frog can respire through moist skin, not dry skin, moist skin. So answer is C option. Moist skin. Conducting part of the respiratory system comprises conducting part, external nostrils up to the terminal bronchiole, internostril up to trachea, epiglottis up to trachea, larynx up to bronchi. From external nostrils up to terminal bronchiole known as conducting part. It is also known as dead space. So air present in the conducting part not useful. Air present in the respiratory part or exchanging part only involved in gases exchange. Respiratory or exchange part of the respiratory system comprises alveoli and their ducts. Or respiratory bronchiole, alveolar ducts, alveoli. At which thoracic vertebra does trachea divide into right and left primary bronchi? Fifth thoracic vertebra. Actual site of exchange of gases in the lungs is alveoli. Actual site of gases exchange, alveoli. Pulmonary gases exchange occur. Next one. During expiration, the diaphragm becomes. During expiration, dome shaped. So during inspiration, dome shaped diaphragm become flattened. So thoracic cavity increases. During expiration, flattened diaphragm become dome shaped. So thoracic cavity decreases. So it become dome shaped. Site of aerobic respiration in higher organisms, mitochondria. Aerobic respiration, mitochondria. Next one is larynx is present in between. Epiglottis, glottis mentioned. Epiglottis is a cartilage cover the glottis. Trachea and bronchiole. Epiglottis and trachea. So epiglottis, larynx, trachea. So epiglottis, so glottis. So here appropriate option is epiglottis and trachea. So truly glottis and trachea. Glottis is a aperture. This glottis open into larynx. Larynx leads into trachea. So glottis not given. So depending upon the given option, it is the best option. Epiglottis and trachea. Inspiration is initiated by extension of the diaphragm, contraction of the diaphragm, extension of the lungs, contraction of the lungs. So contraction of the diaphragm. Due to contraction, dome shaped diaphragm become flattened. So as a result, contraction of diaphragm. As a result, thoracic cavity increases anterior-posteriorly. Air entering the lungs is warm and filtered, contained only oxygen, cool and filtered, enriched with carbon dioxide and NO2. Air entering the lungs is warm and filtered, contain only oxygen, cool and filtered. Air enter into the lungs, warm and filtered. Most of the cases, actually surrounding environment is low. At the time, inhaled air become warm. If the inhaled air is cool, it become warm. If inhaled air is warm, it become cool. So depending upon the option, air entering the lungs. So for example, it should be more appropriate means air enter into the lungs during winter. During winter, so what happen? Cool air enter into the respiratory route. It become warm. The conducting part, so it become warm. Actually, you all know in the respiratory nasal chamber contain 3 parts. So in the respiratory part act as a natural air conditioner. So inhaled air become warm during winter. Inhaled air become cool during summer. So more appropriate means here 2 options correct. Air entering the lungs during summer, warm and filtered. So air entering during winter, air enter the lungs during summer, cool and filtered. Air enter into the lungs during winter, warm and filtered. So that is ambiguity here. Air enter the lungs during winter is at the time warm and filtered. During inspiration, the diaphragm. So during inspiration, the diaphragm contracts and flattens. The diaphragm contracts and flattens. So match the column 1, column 2. Inspiratory capacity, TV plus IRV, A 1 only. EC, expiratory capacity 2, TV plus ERV. Next one is functional residual volume, ERV plus RV. So VC is ERV, TV and IRV. So third option. So next one is the movement of chloride ions into erythrocytes. Movement of chloride ions into erythrocytes from the plasma to maintain the osmotic balance during the transport of gases is known as Hamburger phenomenon or chloride shift. Hamburger phenomenon or chloride shift. For example, so we discuss now transport of carbon dioxide. Tissues, due to various metabolic activities, carbon dioxide is released. Due to oxidation of digested food also carbon dioxide released. Released carbon dioxide from the tissues enter into systemic capillaries. The blood capillaries present in various organs known as systemic capillaries. 7% of carbon dioxide react with water present in the systemic capillaries. As a result, carbonic acid is formed. The remaining 93% carbon dioxide enter into RBC present in the systemic capillaries. 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide transported by amino group of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a protein contain amino group. So NH2 is a amino group present in the amino acid. NH2 lose 1 hydrogen. Now HbNHCOO plus hydrogen. It is known as carbaminohemoglobin. So 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide transported in the form of carbaminohemoglobin. The remaining 70 to 75% of carbon dioxide in presence of carbonic acid react with water. So in presence of carbonic anhydride enzyme, carbon dioxide react with water, carbonic acid is formed. The formed carbonic acid dissociated into hydrogen cation bicarbonate anion. The bicarbonate anion from RBC enter into plasma. Now chloride ions from plasma enter into RBC to maintain electrical neutrality. So it is Hamburger phenomenon in the systemic capillaries. In the RBC of systemic capillaries, chloride ion from plasma enter into RBC is known as Hamburger phenomenon or chloride shift. Chloride shift. Now oxygen, now hydrogen cation react with hemoglobin present in oxyhemoglobin. As a result, reduced hemoglobin HHB, reduced hemoglobin is formed. It is known as Bohr effect. What is Bohr effect? Bohr effect means effect of hydrogen or carbon dioxide effect on the affinity of oxygen with hemoglobin. So hydrogen cation react with hemoglobin present in oxyhemoglobin. As a result, reduced hemoglobin is formed. Reduced hemoglobin act as a buffer, maintain the constant pH of blood. The dissociated oxygen supply to the tissues. 7% of carbon dioxide transported in the form of carbonic acid, 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide transported in the form of carbaminohemoglobin, remaining 70 to 75% of carbon dioxide transported in the form of bicarbonate. So next one is the exchange of O2 with CO2 is by simple diffusion in these animals. Exchange. So no respiratory organ in flatworms, cylindrate sponges. So answer is all. Respiratory system from arthropoda. In case of Annelida, in some animal parapodia also perform respiration. They are locomotory organs but have help in respiration also. Next question is difficult in breathing and wheezing due to inflammation of bronchi and bronchiole. Wheezing, whistle-like sound, that is asthma. Unique symptom, wheezing. Sounds occur during breathing. Asthma. Symptom of emphysema, alveolar wall damages. Few alveoli are present. So even though abundant amount of oxygen present in the lungs, not transported to the body. Pneumonia, alveoli filled with fluids. Black lung disease is a occupational respiratory disorder seen in coal mine workers. The coal mine workers inhale carbon particle. The carbon particle attaches to the wall of lung, so become black color. So black lung disease is a occupational respiratory disorder. So next question is a person with normal tidal volume has a respiratory rate of 14 breath per minute. Actual breathing rate is 12 to 16. Here he mentioned breathing rate is 14 breath per minute. What will be the total tidal respiratory volume? 500 into 14, that is 7000 ml. 7000 ml per minute. So next question, increased asthmatic attack in certain seasons are related to low temperature, how hot and humid environment, eating fruits preserved in containers, inhalation of seasonal pollen. Means only allergens The substance cause allergy known as allergens. Allergens are pollen grains, animal dander, mites present in dust. What is animal dander? Animal hair. Mites, arthropods, minute arthropods. Wind current carry the mites. So inhalation of mites, animal dander or pollen grains cause allergy. So that is asthma. Hypersensitivity. How many heme molecules are present in one molecule of hemoglobin? 4. 4 heme molecule. Hemoglobin is a protein, contain 4 polypeptide chain, 2 beta polypeptide chain, 2 alpha polypeptide chain. Each polypeptide chain contain Fe2 plus ferrous ion. So one ferrous ion bind to one oxygen molecule, oxygen. So in this manner it carry 4 oxygen molecules. Saturated, fully saturated hemoglobin carry 4 oxygen molecules. So one molecule of hemoglobin contain 4 heme molecule. Answer is 4. Next question. Increase in body temperature makes oxygen hemoglobin dissociation curve. If temperature increases, the oxygen dissociation curve shifted to right side. If temperature decreases, oxyhemoglobin curve shifted to left side. Curve shifted to left side mean oxygen bind to hemoglobin. Curve shifted to right side mean oxygen separated from the hemoglobin. Mark the true statement among the following with reference to normal breathing in human. Inspiration is a passive process, whereas expiration is a active process. Wrong. Inspiration is a active process, whereas expiration is a passive process. Why during inspiration muscles undergo contraction? External intercostal muscles and diaphragm muscles undergo contraction during inspiration. So for muscle contraction, they need energy. After utilization of energy only, muscles undergo contraction. During expiration, the muscles undergo relaxation. For muscle relaxation, muscle never utilize energy. That's why expiration is a passive, inspiration is a active process. Inspiration and expiration are active process. Wrong. Inspiration and expiration are passive process. Wrong. So answer is 2. So next question, the amount of carbon dioxide transported by hemoglobin range between. Amount of carbon dioxide transported by hemoglobin ranges from hemoglobin transport 20 to 25%. Hamburger phenomena is also known as chloride shift. Transport of chloride from plasma into RBC in systemic capillaries, that is chloride shift. O2 dissociation curve of hemoglobin is sigmoid. So curve is sigmoid. Oxygen dissociation curve shifted to right when. So shifted to right when partial pressure of carbon dioxide increases. So not given. Partial pressure of carbon dioxide decreases given. Temperature decreases. pH increases. So pH decreases. 4 conditions: low pH, low partial pressure of oxygen, high temperature, high partial pressure of carbon dioxide. Under these conditions, the curve shifted to right side. So you should remember. Similarly, curve shifted to left side means high pH, high partial pressure of oxygen, low temperature, low partial pressure of carbon dioxide. Next one is, after a forceful expiration, some air is left in the lungs. After a forceful expiration, some air is left in the lungs, which is residual volume. Amount of air present in the lungs after forceful expiration is residual volume. Residual volume. Amount of air present in the lungs after normal expiration is known as functional residual capacity. So amount of air present in the lungs after forceful expiration is residual volume. Largest cartilage of larynx is thyroid. We already discussed thyroid present on the ventral surface. Cricoid is a ring-like present in all direction, dorsal ventral sides, and epiglottis also ventral. These three are cricoid, epiglottis, thyroid are unpaired. Paired are two erythroids, they cover the major part of the dorsal surface, and two cuneiform cover the laterals, dorsolaterals. Corniform attaches to erythroid. Corniform, also known as cartilage of Santorini. Which one of the following is a wrong statement regarding the mechanism of breathing? Inspiration can occur if the pressure within the lungs is less than the atmospheric pressure. So correct. Expiration take place when the intrapulmonary pressure is higher than the atmospheric pressure. So it is also correct. So you should identify the wrong statement. First two correct. Third, the contraction of diaphragm increase the volume of thoracic chamber in the anterior posterior axis. Due to contraction of diaphragm, the diaphragm become flattened, so thoracic cavity increases anterior posterior. That is also correct. Fourth one, the relaxation of external intercostal muscle increase the volume of thoracic cavity chamber in dorsoventral axis. Decreases. He mentioned increases. So fourth statement is wrong. So next is, in the context of regulation of respiration, which of the following statements is incorrect? Increase in carbon dioxide and hydrogen ion can activate chemosensitive area. Increase in carbon dioxide, hydrogen, so automatically increase the chemosensitive area. Correct only. Oxygen play a significant role in regulation of respiration. Wrong. Oxygen has no role in regulation of respiration. So it is the wrong statement. Next one. Respiratory rhythm center is primarily responsible for the respiratory rhythm center is primarily responsible. Respiratory rhythm center is primarily responsible for respiration. Repeated, same point. Next one, so correct. Pneumotoxic center can moderate the function of the respiratory rhythm. So it is also correct. Wrong statement is, oxygen play a significant role in regulation of respiratory rhythm. Oxygen has no role in respiration, increase or decrease the activity. So answer is 2. About 97% of O2 is transported by RBC. The remaining 3% is by plasma, carried through the blood plasma in a dissolved state. So 3% transported to various tissues in dissolved condition in plasma. The remaining 97 transported by hemoglobin, respiratory pigment present in the RBC. Next question. Following are the two statements regarding the transport of gases. RBC contain a very high concentration of the enzyme that is carbonic anhydrase, and minute quantity of the same is present in the plasma. 2. It is correct. Nearly 20 to 25% of CO2 is carried by hemoglobin as carbon hemoglobin. So both the statements are correct. Both A and B correct. Next one. Pick out the correct statement from the following in relation to the diffusion membrane which is present at the respiratory surface of human. It is a 3-celled thick membrane. So 3-celled, 3-layered. One is podocytes of alveoli, another endothelium of blood, and third one is basement membrane. 3-celled thick membrane, so it is not relation to the diffusion. Second, it is made up of columnar epithelium, wrong, flattened epithelium, squamous epithelium. It is total thickness is much less than a millimeter. So correct. Some cells in it are cuboidal and the rest are ciliated. So answer is 3 only. It is not 3-celled thick. One layer is flattened epithelium of alveoli and another is endothelium of blood capillary. Third one is basement membrane of alveoli, basement membrane of blood vessel. So these are the 3 layers, not 3-celled. So answer is C. The next question is, the majority of CO2 produced by our body cell is transported to the lungs by the majority of carbon dioxide produced by our body cells is transported to the lungs by plasma as bicarbonate. Correct. RBC as carbomonohemoglobin, plasma as carbomonohemoglobin, RBC as bicarbonate, plasma. Why? After formation, bicarbonate enter into plasma, chloride ions enter into RBC. Now the blood present in systemic capillary is transported to pulmonary capillary. So that means bicarbonate transported in plasma only, not in RBC. So answer is plasma as bicarbonate. Next question is, when carbon dioxide concentration in blood increases, breathing becomes faster and deeper. So that is correct. To eliminate high carbon dioxide concentration, breathing becomes faster and deeper. So next question is, the center which is primarily responsible for respiratory rhythm in human is located in medulla oblongata. Respiratory rhythm center, chemosensitive area, vomiting centers present in medulla oblongata. Pneumotoxic center present in the pons varoli. So here answer is medulla oblongata. So next question is, which is the correct sequence of steps in respiration? Transport of gases by the blood, breathing or pulmonary ventilation, cellular respiration, diffusion. So option is transport of gases by the blood. Third one, breathing or pulmonary ventilation. First step, diffusion of O2 and CO2 between the cells. So first one is breathing, second transport of gases, third one is diffusion of O2 and CO2 between the blood and tissues. Next one, diffuse of O2 and CO2 across the alveolar membrane. So here options, with the help of diagram we discuss the correct sequence. Alveoli, so first step is breathing. environmental air, oxygen enter, carbon dioxide leaves. That is the first step, breathing. Second step is pulmonary gases exchange. Alveoli enter into pulmonary capillaries of pulmonary vein. Carbon dioxide present in the pulmonary capillaries of arteries enter into the alveoli. So that means diffusion of O2 and CO2 across alveolar membrane. Across alveolar membrane. So breathing or pulmonary ventilation. So first step of breathing. Second step is from alveoli oxygen enter into pulmonary capillaries. Carbon dioxide from the pulmonary capillaries enter into alveoli. So that is the second step. So here first is breathing. Second is diffusion of O2 and CO2 across the pulmonary membrane. Later, so from the pulmonary capillaries transported to systemic capillaries. From the systemic capillaries transported to right atrium, from right atrium right ventricle, from right ventricle pulmonary arch, from pulmonary arch pulmonary artery and to pulmonary capillary. It is known as transport of gases. What is the transport of gases? Oxygen present in the systemic capillary, pulmonary capillaries transported to systemic capillaries. What are systemic capillary? Capillaries present in various organs. Carbon dioxide present in systemic capillaries transported to pulmonary capillaries. So that is the transport of gases by the blood. So one is B, two is E. So this option, first one. Next one is transport of gases by the blood. So it is the third step. Fourth one is systemic gases exchange. Exchange of gases between systemic capillaries and tissues. Between the tissues. So 1, 2, 3, it is the 4. So finally what happened? The cells receive. So that is the 5. BEADC. With the help of this diagram, in the textbook also this diagram given. With the help of diagram only you answer this question. So respiration completed in 5 steps. Breathing. Next one is pulmonary gases exchange. Exchange of gases between alveoli and pulmonary capillaries. Third step is transport of gases. Oxygen present in the pulmonary capillaries of pulmonary vein transported to systemic capillaries. Carbon dioxide present in the systemic capillaries transported to pulmonary capillaries. It is known as the transport of gases. Fourth step is systemic gases exchange. Oxygen present in the systemic capillaries enter into the tissues. Carbon dioxide present in the tissues transported to systemic capillaries. It is a systemic gases exchange. So due to systemic gases exchange, each and every cell contain oxygen. This oxygen oxidize the digested food material. It is known as cellular respiration. 5 steps. So next one is the transport of CO2 by the blood is primarily depends upon the transport of CO2 by the blood is primarily depend on solubility of CO2 in blood, the presence of carbonic anhydrase in RBC, the ability of hemoglobin to bind and transport, mainly why carbon dioxide is transported in the form of bicarbonate. So in presence of carbonic anhydrase only carbonic acid dissociated into hydrogen cation and bicarbonate. So answer is 2. The presence of carbonic anhydrase in RBC. If the thoracic wall but not the lung is punctured, thoracic wall is punctured. So same we discussed. So the man dies as the lungs get collapsed, not inflated. So inflated means swollen. So air never enter into the lungs. So that's why the man dies as the lungs get collapsed. Tick mark the incorrect statement. Every 100 ml of deoxygenated blood deliver approximately 4 ml of carbon dioxide. So correct. Carbonic anhydrase is present in very high concentration in RBC, correct. High partial pressure of carbon dioxide and low partial pressure of oxygen in tissues help in binding of carbon dioxide. So correct. CO2 is carried by hemoglobin as carboxyhemoglobin, wrong. Carbaminohemoglobin, not carboxyhemoglobin. That's why fourth statement is wrong. Haldane effect is due to an increase in oxyhemoglobin. Haldane effect occur in the lungs. Bohr effect occur in the systemic capillaries. What is Haldane effect? Oxygen is more. So, oxygen bind to hemoglobin present in reduced hemoglobin. As a result, oxyhemoglobin is formed and hydrogen cation is dissociated. It is Haldane effect. Haldane effect is reverse to Bohr effect. Bohr effect occur in the systemic capillaries. Hydrogen cation react with hemoglobin present in oxyhemoglobin. As a result, oxygen is dissociated. What is Bohr effect? So Bohr effect means Bohr effect of hydrogen cation on the affinity of oxygen with hemoglobin is Bohr effect. Reverse is effect of oxygen on the affinity of hydrogen with hemoglobin is known as Haldane effect. So Haldane effect is due to increase of oxyhemoglobin, oxygen particularly, so oxyhemoglobin. Relevant option. Blood transportation of CO2 occurs in three forms. Which of the following represents correct percentage? So carbaminohemoglobin in RBC 20 to 25, bicarbonate 70%, dissolved form in plasma 7%. So second option. Choose the right sequential phenomena involved in the passage of O2 from blood to tissues. O2 from blood to tissue. So oxygen has no role. Absorption of CO2 by blood. Reaction of CO2 with water forming bicarbonate. Reaction of CO2 with water forming carbonic acid. Reaction of CO2 with water forming bicarbonic acid inside RBC, correct. Reaction of CO2 with water forming carbonic acid inside plasma followed by rapid conversion into hydrogen and bicarbonate, so it is not applicable. Combination of hydrogen cation with heme part to release oxygen. So combination of bicarbonate with heme, part of HbO2 to form reduced hemoglobin. Combination of bicarbonate. So combination of bicarbonate never with heme, that is not correct. So AB correct. Next one is so AB. Next one D. Combination of hydrogen with heme part. Choose the right sequential phenomena involved in the passage of O2 from blood to tissues. So O2 has O2. Combination of hydrogen with heme part. Combination of hydrogen with heme part to release O2. To release O2, wrong. Combination of bicarbonate with heme part of HbO2. Bicarbonate with heme part to form reduced hemoglobin. Combination of bicarbonate with heme part. Actually hydrogen cation, not bicarbonate. Choose the right sequential phenomena involved in the, so sequence also. Choose the right sequential phenomena involved in the passage of O2 from blood to tissues. So that sequence is absorption of CO2 by blood, reaction of CO2 with water forming H2CO3, Reaction of CO2 with water forming bicarbonate inside plasma followed by rapid conversion into, so it is not applicable. Combination of hydrogen with heme part to release, so A, B, D. So that is the third option. So you have to read slowly, at the time you can easily understand the concept. The center that moderates the function of respiratory rhythm center is the pneumotoxic center present in the pons varoli. The respiratory disorder in which alveolar valves are damaged, due to which respiratory surface is decreased, emphysema. So inflammation of bronchi, bronchioles, wheezing, asthma. You all know occupational respiratory disorder, silicosis, bisonosis, asbestosis, black lung disease are the occupational respiratory disorders. So here answer is emphysema. Emphysema is due to smoking of tobacco. So next question is, which of the following diseases are occupational respiratory disorders? Silicosis, fibrosis, asbestosis. So is the inhalation of silica particle, sand, silicosis, fibrosis, so cotton dust. So in ginning mills, workers of ginning mill, spinning mills, fibrosis. Inhalation of asbestos dust causes asbestosis. So asbestosis is common in people working in asbestos sheet forming industries. Nowadays they are using protective mask to prevent asbestosis. So answer is 1.